No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through, know that you are not alone and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here, this door is open to you. Is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in.
Good morning. Welcome to Unity of the Blue Ridge. If this is your first time, we welcome you. I'll just let you know, Darlene is not here today. If you're wondering, yes, she is not here, but she'll be back next week. We have an exciting program. She took a little time off just for herself. She needed that. She deserves that. So, as we do in Unity, we open with a prayer. So if you'll join me. Taking that deep breath in and letting go of the busyness, the chatter in the brain. Connecting into that space where the divine lives. And maybe you want to place your hand on your heart and just get connected. We are one with all that is. And as we bring our light today into this world, may it shine very bright. And may the love that we have in our heart come forth and just overflow, cascading to those around us. We know that we are here for a purpose and a reason to spread God's love and joy and peace. And we start that here on this beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you, God. And so it is. And if you'd stand and join us,
Yes.
we are going to have some fun.
My soul is welcome here. We're all ready, yeah. Everybody sing. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my
you'll stay standing and greet those around you, a namaste, a hug. I'll do that. Namaste. Can I have that? Yes, that's what I think. Do they just jump into it? Okay, good.
I will stand, stand for love. I will stand, stand for love. 'Cause I know I can be strong for love. Yes, I know I can be strong for love. I will stand for peace. I will stand, stand for peace. I will stand, stand for peace. 'Cause I know I can be strong for peace. Yes, I know I can be strong for peace. I will stand for you. I will stand, stand for you. I will stand, stand for you. 'Cause I know I can be strong for you. Yes, I know I can be strong for you. I will stand for love. I will stand, stand for love. I will stand, stand for love. 'Cause I know I can be strong for love. Yes, I know I can be strong for love. I know I can be strong for love.
Well, if the extra hour of sleep and coffee didn't wake you up, that will wake you up. Thank you, band. Oh, now is the time that we transition our young people into Sunday school. If you are new here and you want your child to experience a rockin' and a rollin' little morning program, this is your place right here. So as our children gather, oh, we got some more coming over. As our children gather, we will say our blessing that you should see up on the screen here in just a moment. If you'll join me. We love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the divinity in you. Thank you all. Have fun.
We love you, children.
We love you. Got one eye over there, just making sure my boys are doing okay. And embarrassing him as he walks out the door. But if this is your first time to Unity, we want to welcome you. We have some ushers that will come around, and if you'll raise your hand, if you want to out yourself, please do so. We will have ushers come around and give you some information about our community, what we have going on. There's a little red heart. If you would like to wear that, it will just identify you as a new person. So you might get a little hug. You never know. And we also want to welcome our online community. If this is your first time joining us, wherever you might be, we're glad that you're here. And for all the people who show up, you know, on an average Sunday, I've been hearing we've been having close to 70 people show up online. during the service, and about 250 or so are watching at some point over the next couple of days. That's great. We're doing really well with that. So we just welcome you. And let's say our blessing for the new people and for our online people. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you. And we behold the divinity in you. And now I turn it over to the HG. That's the holy glue, in case you didn't know her name, Beth Beloit.
I love you so big. I do. Thank you. Good morning. I am Beth Beloit, the proud and lovable holy glue. We have some announcements today. That's lovely. It's pretty. It's pretty. Can we sing to that? We have an event today. After our service, our call for volunteers and all the information that you can gather about what is done as a volunteer and meet the leaders will be held right out there on the porch. And it's a really nice day. It's beautiful. So please go out there after the service and talk with them and sign up if you feel so moved. Tom and Susie Zenker are going to host a Thanksgiving potluck on Thanksgiving Day from 1 until 3 here at the church. There are 50 slots to sign up. So if you want to have Thanksgiving here with everyone else who wants to have Thanksgiving here, then you can see Tom in the lobby today. Our New to Unity class will be held on Thursday, November 13th. At 2 until 3:30, as well as from 6:30 until 8 for those of you who don't want to drive at night. So please come, even if it's not, it is a prerequisite for membership, but if that is something that's not speaking to you right now, just come and enjoy the time together. It's really enjoyable and lovely. There is a list on the white table in the lobby as you leave of needs for snacks for our children. And we really need for them to have their snacks, or there could be trouble back there. If you are interested in running for the board of directors and you are a member, then please go into the Welcome Center. There is a sign-up sheet there in a packet. Please make sure that if you take packet number 1, you sign the line on number 1 with your name and email. We appreciate it. We have a special need. There's no slide. As you know, a lot of people lost their SNAP benefits for this month, and we don't know when that's going to come back. So we often partner with the Interfaith Ministries in Hendersonville that serves people all over. Out in the lobby on the white table, there's this little list. It's of foods that are needed. We will be taking food during the normal office hours from Tuesday until Thursday from 11 until 4. That's for this week. I don't know exactly what's going to be happening in the future. Let me think, no, I still don't know. But I know that we feed people, and we're going to do that. Please make sure you don't bring anything that needs to go into a freezer or refrigerator. And again, grab your list, go to the store, and take care of things for us. And now we have our inspirational reading.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The circle of giving. It is one of the beautiful compensations of this life, wrote Ralph Waldo Emerson, that no one can sincerely help another without helping themselves. In the great circle of spirit, giving and receiving are one and the same movement of love. When we offer our time, our talents, or our hands in service, something awakens in us. The remembrance that we are part of one life, one heart, one infinite source expressing itself in countless forms. Volunteering is not about adding one more task to our list. It is about entering the sacred flow of circulation, where generosity becomes a joy and connection becomes communion. As we give, we discover that we are also being nourished. As we serve, we are served by the invisible grace that moves through all things. Ernest Holmes reminds us that life responds to us according to our belief in it. When we believe in the goodness of community, when we act from that belief with open hands and willing hearts, we create a world that reflects that same goodness back to us. Each act of service, no matter how small, becomes a ripple of divine love. And as those ripples meet, yours, mine, ours, they form a great ocean of belonging. So today, let us give freely, joyfully, knowing that every offering returns multiplied, as peace, as connection, as love made visible. Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paige. That was beautiful.
Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Between us. Faith is the bond that we share between us. Hold that faith right now. Truth is the life in the breath between us. Live that truth right now. We are holy. We are holy. We are holy. We are holy. Love is alive in the space between us. Love is alive in the space between us. Love is alive between us.
That's a hard act to follow. Thank you all. Thank you. Today marks the 5th week. We are in a journey together from a book that we've been collectively reading as a community called Ordinary Mysticism by the author Mirabai Starr. And the last I checked, I think there were close to 100 people who had signed up just for the book studies. And there were numerous people also doing it individually. So that's about a third to almost a half of who we have in this community steeping themselves in their understanding of their own mysticism. That is powerful. That is powerful, what we're doing together as a group collectively. Darlene started off this talk back in October with the understanding of, there are 7 chapters and we'll cover each of those 7 over 7 weeks. So this is the 5th week, as I mentioned. The first, we started out with intention, if you remember. Intention was calling us to wake up every morning and put our hand on our heart and say, what did we wish to do or be or see in the world, and how could we manifest that through the way that we were moving and being? So I ask you to think about, what was your intention, and are you still working on it? I hope so. I am. Then we moved on to attention. In order to understand how we can manifest our intention, we have to pay attention to it. It's like a plant. You have to water it every now and then, make sure it gets good fertilizer. We have to take care of it, take off the dead leaves, make sure it gets sunshine. That's exactly what we have to do with ourselves. We have to take care of ourselves and pay attention to ourselves. And by paying attention, we can see our intention bloom and grow. The 3rd week, we talked about surrender. That was a hard one. Still is a hard one. I'm still struggling with that one. We are, for better or worse, we're Americans, and we work real hard, and we think we got this, right? We lift ourselves up by our bootstraps, and we're like, we got this. We'll be okay. No, I don't need your help. I hear that a lot at the church. When I say, can I pray for you? Oh, you can pray for me later. But just, we don't have to do it right now. I want to pray with you. Let me pray with you. Let us pray with you. We have to surrender sometimes because we don't got it. As much as we want to believe we have it under control, the world throws us curveballs all the time. And when we just finally say, okay, God, I give it over. We have come to surrender. And it's that vulnerable place that's inside of us where we know God does have it. God's going to work out the details. We just have to let go. And then we go like this again. And then we have to let go. And then it's that ever battle because we're human and that's what we do. Surrender's hard. That's a hard one. But when we allow ourselves to be in divine flow, oh my gosh, how mystical and magical and beautiful it is. We don't have to worry about all that stuff. We can just go and spread love. That's what surrender is about. We set our intention and we follow our intention, but we ultimately know that we have to be able to let go and trust that it's all going to work out. The 4th one was transmission. And what are you being? What are you transmitting in the world? I've talked about this a few times with the Heart Math Institute, and I know there's a lot of heart math people here. The science is showing right now that what you think in your brain is only goes about an inch, can only be measured by current medical standards by about an inch from your brain or so, give or take. But what you put from your heart can be measured up to 3 feet out. Take that in. What are you transmitting right now? Because the people around you can feel it. And if you're transmitting love and peace, people are going to run to you because they're going to say, oh, wow, they feel good. I don't know why, but they do. Because we just inherently know because our heart can feel the other hearts around us. And so if we're transmitting love and peace and joy, that's a good thing. We can change the world just by transmitting. And that brings us to week number 5, connection. Here we sit in this room full of beloved faces all around us, connecting in. That's what this chapter was about. Darlene called me a couple weeks ago and she said, I think I'm going to go out of town that week. We do the 5th week. Will you talk? And I said, sure, no problem. And I started reading the chapter. And I realized it was the longest chapter. And I was like, thanks, Darlene. Thanks for that. But it was such a good chapter. And there were so many nuggets of just wisdom. And it was hard for me to say, oh my goodness, how am I going to work this into just like a 20-minute talk? That's going to be impossible. But I've managed the best I could. One of the questions that Mirabai Starr asks us is, how do we save ourselves? How do we save ourselves? That's part of this chapter. This chapter, when I first read it, it felt like it was all over the place. I'm not going to lie. There's really interesting stories, and I'm like, but what does that have to do with connection? But if you step back and you look at the entire chapter, you'll see that she's weaving this tapestry together of how we connect in a myriad of ways. And I feel like, to me, reading the chapter, it was about how do we save ourselves. Darlene has talked a lot this year about original sin. Has anybody heard her talk about that? Original sin, the understanding that that is not from the master teacher Jesus himself. He never spoke of original sin. Where that idea comes from is St. Augustine of Hippo in the 4th century. Just to give you a little context, because I love history and I'm a little bit of a nerd with that. If you look at the socio-political landscape of Rome at the time, they had just made Christianity the national religion, so they were melding church and state. The only way that you could get to God was through your priest, so they had control. Well, people still were resisting. They were still not wanting to be a part of this. They, had their own traditions and so forth. And St. Augustine at this time was really going through his own dark night of the soul. We've all been there, where we just feel worthless. We feel like, what am I even doing here? Why was I even born? Those types of things can create a space and an awakening for a beautiful, enlightened being to form, right? Or it can take you into a dark place and you start seeing everybody like that. And that's exactly where he went. St. Augustine said, well, and this is not St. Augustine of Assisi, or St. Francis of Assisi, sorry. I just want to make sure everybody's aware. St. Augustine was, I get them confused a lot because I don't know much about Catholicism. My husband would shudder if he heard that, but it's true. So I just want to make sure. St. Augustine had this dark night of the soul. He ends up saying to the church, we all fell from the Garden of Eden and we all took the sins of Adam and Eve, and therefore we are all unworthy of God's love, which is exactly the opposite of what we teach in Unity. We teach that you are holy and that you are divine, and the only thing that gets in your way is you, because you listened to the world when they told you you were not worthy. Very different story. Very different story. And yet it plays out in our marketing today, where we have to have whiter teeth to feel good, or maybe that facelift will make me feel younger and more beautiful, or that job promotion, or that house, or that vacation. Whatever it might be, we're always seeking something outside of ourselves, because for 2,000 years we've been taught that. But it lives within us. And I think that's what Mirabai Starr is trying to say. How do we save ourselves? We connect in with the people around us who are also trying to save themselves. And in that moment, something magical happens. We don't do this alone. As I mentioned, this chapter has a lot of nuggets in it, and I really struggled with what I wanted to talk about to bring this message home of how do we save ourselves. And I came up with 3 things that really spoke to me. The first is Mirabai mentions mentors. Has anybody read the chapter, by the way? Am I okay? So a few of you, good. So I'm trying not to give too many spoiler alerts here, but there are some spoiler alerts. Just want to give you that understanding. She talks about mentors, and I like how she words it. Mentors are just everyday people. These are not somebody that we are looking to say, save me. We are looking to a mentor to say, I like how you walk in the world, and I want to walk like that. She mentions a few of those people, and one of my favorite is Teresa of Avila. And if you don't know her, she was a nun that lived in the 16th century, and it was understood that she could meditate to a point where if you came into the room and spoke her name or shook her, she would not be awoken from that meditation, because she could go so deep into her oneness with the divine that nobody could break that but her. I want to get there. But guess what? She was a person too. In the chapter, Mirabai says that the first half of her life, she manipulated men. And the second half of her life, she resisted the temptation to manipulate men. And I don't know why, but Mae West, Come Up and See Me Sometime, has been going through my head every time I've read that story. I'm like, I don't think Teresa probably said that, but if she manipulated men, we don't know. It sounds like she might have had some daddy issues, as we would say. Another person who she mentions in the chapter is Siddhartha, who later becomes the Buddha. And the Buddha just means the enlightened one. But he started out as a prince in this land and had all this money and all these lavish things thrown at him. And he ended up getting married and having a child. And he left that wife and child to go off into the wilderness and find his own at-one-ment. And as a therapist, the first thing I thought was, that child and that wife probably need some therapy. Right? But that is his gift to the world. He may have left them, but hundreds of millions of people practice Buddhism around the world. So it's kind of weighing that, realizing that he was a human. And he's not here to save us. He's here to say, hey, if you do this like I did it, you're going to get some really good enlightenment, and you can sit out under a tree and connect in with the divine, and you're just not really going to worry about all of life's issues so much. And finally is Jesus. This was not in the chapter, but this one really sticks to me because I love me some Jesus. Jesus, if you know the story in the New Testament, he's walking through Jerusalem and he's coming to the temple, and he sees all of the vendors have things that you can buy to help yourself atone, right? They have sacrifices for doves, and they have other things that they're selling. And Jesus can just feel the greed. People are there to make money off of other people's sorrows and other people's pain. And he gets royally PO'd, and he rips all those tables up, and he throws tables, and he chases all the vendors out of the marketplace. I mean, I can only imagine what that sight would have looked like back in the day. But he was not happy. He was expressing righteous anger. And if you're not righteously angered at sometimes, you need to think about how that can really manifest in your life to be a force for good. But he was a human being. At that particular point, he was just angry. So those are some mentors that I like. I would ask you to think about some mentors that call to you. So who are some people in your life that maybe you want to emulate? We're not looking for a savior. We're looking for someone who can open up that inside of us to say, I already have that, and I want to be just like that. So the first is mentors. The second is soul friends. And I'm sighing because I have a story that I want to share, and it's going to be a little hard, but I'm going to do it. On Thursday, we have our book study here. So we were reviewing chapter 4. And I opened up the class with a prayer, as we traditionally do here. And I just started crying in the middle of it. And it took me a moment to collect myself, and then I closed out the prayer. And I opened my eyes, and I looked at all the faces around me. And they were just filled with love. And I didn't say why I cried. And they didn't ask. They just held space for me. They were just present, because that's what I needed in that moment. We went around the room. Typically what we do is, if you're part of the class or the study group, you know, we sometimes will read verse by verse and then go through and reflect. And it just felt very organic that we needed to be completely authentic in that moment. And people shared, and I'm not gonna out anyone who shared anything. I'm not here to do that. But I will say that what people shared was so profound that I could feel my heart crack open, and I could feel the love pour in, because we all did the same thing for each other throughout that class. And I'll tell you why I cried. Those of you who know me know that I am not from Chicago, but I lived there for a very long time, and I consider it my second home. I went to school there, I got married there, my boys were born there. My husband's entire family is pretty much there. And if you've been watching the news, you know what's going on there. And I was very upset that morning because I have a lot of Latino friends in the city. And I particularly have a group of friends that were Venezuelan refugees, and it was a family that I knew. They'd been in the country for 25 years. They were trying to get their citizenship, but I know things happen, and you know, our system doesn't work the most efficiently when you want to get citizenship in this country. If you don't know that, it's not an easy process. My husband is an immigrant, for those of you who don't know. He was born in Poland and immigrated here when he was a teenager, and it took him 12 years to become a US citizen. So I couldn't find my friends. They were dead on social media. Social media was completely silent. And I was worried, and it was right here. And as I came into class that morning, I knew that I could not talk about it. And so when I said the prayer, I cried, and then we shared, and then I came back around, and I told them how worried I was about my friends. Well, as God works these miracles out, I literally got a text when I was standing in Darlene's office this morning that they're okay. That was a huge sigh of relief. So that's what soul friends do for us. They hold us, and they love us, and they don't judge us, even when we may be doing an ugly cry. They just give us space to be who we are in that moment. And they allow us to freely express ourselves as we allow them to freely express ourselves. And that is what we are here in this community. I'll tell you, I've heard multiple people say, if some stuff went down, the first place I would end up would be Unity. And I'll tell you what, I would be the same way. This would be the first place I would show up. I wouldn't know what I was doing here, but I would just show up. In fact, after Helene, the minute I could get out of my house and the roads were cleared, we still didn't have electricity or water, but there was a whole group of us here. We just gathered. Nobody really knew what we were doing. I think Habitat had kind of formed, and we were just here to help, and we were putting towels down and just anything we could to help this community overcome what had happened here on the land, which thank goodness wasn't that bad. But this is just where we came, because these are my family. You all are my family. You're my soul friends, my soul family. I want to take care of you as much as you want to take care of me. That's what we do. That is a beautiful thing. The third thing, mentors, soul family or friends, and comfort. And I chose a specific story because you'll see the relevance here in just a moment. But there's a story that Mirabai tells about Our Lady of Guadalupe. And I want to give you this. I did not know the history of this, and I went and I read her version, and then I saw the Catholic version, which was a little different. And then I saw just a regular documentary that was done about it, because I wanted to get many different understandings of how this story really took place. And so the story I'm going to tell you is kind of my own version of a hodgepodge of things, but I think it's mostly authentic. So the year is 1531, and there's a gentleman by the name of Juan Diego who is going into the city of Mexico, Mexico City. And he lives in a remote little village. He's a peasant farmer. And he's headed down probably to get a prescription or whatever, who knows. But he's going into the city, right? The interesting part about this story is 1531 marked 10 years after the conquistadors and the Spaniards came in and took over the country of Mexico, or what we now know as Mexico. It had been a violent uprising, as we know, but they had created some semblance of peace. And the Spanish people, the Catholics specifically, were really trying to encourage all of the people to convert to Catholicism. There was a lot of resistance at the time. Imagine if somebody came and took us over today, we wouldn't be so thrilled to lose all of our traditions and things that had been passed down for generations. So they resisted. They didn't want to convert. They didn't want to do anything that the Spaniards were telling them to do. And the Spaniards were really trying to find a way to have a connection point for them and for the locals or the native people that were there. And lo and behold, here's this peasant farmer who's an older man coming over the hill that they called Tepeyac, and he is walking down, and this vision comes to him. And he sees this woman, and she's sitting on a crescent moon, and she's wearing this beautiful dress, and she has these colors around her. And she says to him, I am your mother. I am the mother of compassion, and I'm here to love you and to love all of my people. And he looks at her and he connects with her instantly because she has dark skin like he does, but her features are very different. So she says to him, I want you to go into the town and I want you to tell the bishop that I want a temple built here in my name so that my people can come to this place and they can lament and they can cry and they can release what they no longer need, and that I will listen to them and I will heal them and I will love them. So Juan Diego says, okay. And he goes down to the bishop, and what do you think the bishop does? And sends him on his merry way. So he comes back up the hill, he's got his prescription, and he says, the lady comes down to him and he says, I tried, you've got the wrong person. Does this story feel familiar in your life when something comes to you and then it doesn't work out and you say, that's not me, God. Sorry, you need to find somebody else. Somebody will do it better. And she said, no, you are that person. Go back down and tell him I want the temple. So he does. This time, the bishop listens and says, okay, all right, but I need proof. So he goes back up and he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. And Our Lady comes to him. And she says, I will make sure that it is okay. You just have to trust me. So he says, okay. And he goes on home, and he's sitting at home, and he gets news that his uncle is about to die and is doing very, very, very poorly. And he knows that he needs to go see his uncle. So in his mind, he says, well, I know Our Lady is up on Tepeyac Hill, so I'll just go the other way, and I'll just get to my uncle, and I'll deal with her later. She'll find somebody else, I'm sure. So he goes on, he goes around, and sure enough, he's nowhere near Tepeyac Hill. He's like way off somewhere else, and Our Lady shows up, and she goes, come with me. And she leads him to this field. Now, it is December in Mexico, and just like here, no flowers bloom. But she says, I'm going to take you to a field where there are flowers, and I want you to pick those flowers, and you will take them to the bishop, and he will build the temple. Sure enough, there's wild roses growing, which so happened to be the bishop's favorite flower. Needless to say, the temple was built. 500 years later, it's still there, and people travel from all over the world to go to this place to seek comfort. Where this story really spoke to me is if you were here the day that Pinky, the lady that we've been honored to be able to assist, she lost her entire home during Helene last year. We've helped them out. And she gifted us one Sunday with coming to the church, and she brought her picture of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And I don't know about you, but I was sitting right over there in that chair, and I had chills in my body when I saw that picture. Her house was completely destroyed, flooded, feet of water. That was one of the only things that she kept that did not get destroyed in the flood. And Darlene said that she came to go see them, and she was living in a tent. Pinky and her family were living in a tent, and it was cold, and she had that picture in the tent. That picture, Our Lady of Guadalupe brought her hope. It brought her peace, and she felt love. She trusted that Our Lady of Guadalupe would take care of her. And guess what? Their house has been rebuilt. They moved back in. They're starting all over again. What is your comfort? What do you seek for comfort? Is it a picture? Is it a hug? Is it your connection to the divine? We need comfort. Comfort gives us a place where we can find solace, where we can get a hug, and someone can just hold space for us. Linda, would you come up? So there were 3, 1, 2, 3, mentors, soul friends, comfort. I would tell you that, you can sit down. Oh, okay, you can stand here with me. I love this lady. She's so precious. I got distracted there for a moment. And the hug, I was just holding space. We are today having our volunteer fair. For those of you who know, it's right out the door. Beth mentioned it just a minute ago. What I find interesting about this is that we did not plan for the volunteer fair to be on the day that we talked about connection. It just happened. That's kind of how life is, synchronistically works out for us. So I wanted Linda to come for just a moment and talk about what she volunteers, how she volunteers here, and what she gets for connection out of it. So Linda, would you grace us?
Thank you. Good morning. Well, what I originally wrote is sitting at home. So when I got here, I had to do it again. So we're going to have fun. Well, I volunteer for the prayer ministry, and it has taught me a lot. The people I am with are the greatest, the most loving, the most supportive people I know. They don't know it, but they've helped me in many ways, and with them helping me, I can help, I can give service, and I give them thanks for loving me the way I am. Well, what I was going to say was, when I went to my first volunteer fair, it was overwhelming. All the tables, all the committees, and I wanted to do every one of them. But and you can't. You can only do maybe 5, 6. So I did have to cut it back down. And now I'm with the prayer ministry, and I look forward to getting back into the other volunteer once a medical clearance is cleared. And I just love the volunteer. What I love about it is talking to the volunteers, and as they share their passion, their dedication about their committee. I mean, listen to them. It's just heartwarming, and it's what we're here about. It's our principle of love and compassion and just being one. We're all one. Every one of you is part of me, and I part of you. And I love how that is carried out through these committees. What's interesting about these committees is we're here to help one another. We're here to help the universe become a better place. And there are people who have ideas, and they don't like to go beyond, I have this idea. We need you. we have all of these ideas that come, and we have more ideas that come, and it helps us become whole. And believe it or not, it helps somebody out there, and it's relieving to see an idea and how it comes to fruition. I love when they come together and figure out how to solve a problem in a committee. You know, things don't always go smoothly, but yet we all come together, and we're one again in heart, in spirit, in authenticity, and it's beautiful how we come to solution. I love the service, how we give service, not only to ourselves, and by giving service to others, we are loving ourselves. We are becoming better and whole and sharing. And that is what is extremely important. Now, I'd like to also give thanks. I feel like I get more than I give, but I want to keep giving more. So I hope this helps you. I love it when in the committees, we all come together when someone is having a personal path journey, and we support that person. We all support one another. And it's just very important to give our gifts and our love. And thank you for my very special, dear spiritual family and y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Jason, would you come back up? So yes, right after the service, those doors will be open if you'd like to join us outside to talk about ways that we can give back and how you can connect in, because that's really what this is about. That theme has come up throughout my week, connection, and I know it's going to come up from yours. How are you going to connect? Connect in with your family, connect in with your higher power. So we talked about 3 ways that we can connect in deeply. Finding people that we admire. Amaris, who is a beautiful soul sitting right over there I've come to know over the past few months. Somebody said something to the effect of, "You look great," or "You're showing your light," or something. And she said, "I'm just reflecting back what I see in you." Yeah, that's connection. That's connection. And that's a mentor. That's a way I want to be in the world. And we also look at how we can connect. And we also look in at how we can bring more soul friends into our experience. And I want you to take a moment, look around the room. Look at the beautiful souls sitting next to you. This is your soul family. It extends well beyond this room. But this is a place where you know you can be fed. And that someone can just sit and hold space for you as you cry or celebrate. Whatever you might need. Soul friends are the good stuff. So let's take this in. We know that as we connect in not only to ourselves and to our heart space, but we connect in to this community, this planet. We are one with all. And as we remember that oneness, we remember that everything is divine. Even the hard things. Everything is here for us for a reason or a season. But what lasts is our connections. Our connection to our divine wisdom, to our higher power, our connection to our beautiful soul friends, our family. Ultimately, a connection to ourself. We are magical beings with the potential to do so much good. And as we spread our good out into the world, it is infectious. Let your good be a voice for hope. Let your good be the love that someone needs. Let your good be comfort. Let your good be joy. For even in times of darkness, joy is very essential. We need that joy because it motivates us. So seek that which gives you comfort this week. Seek that which brings to you a deeper connection with your higher power. Know that you are loved and you are magic. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. I would now like to call up our ushers and prayer chaplain. I believe it was Paige. No. Who's the? Lynn is the prayer chaplain. Thank you. So our ushers, Charlie and Pam, thank you for volunteering today. They will be passing around baskets that if you would like, you can put your donation in. Helps keep this ministry alive and well. You can also give through the church website. Many different ways to do it. But just know that what you do gives forth and it sends out ripples into the world. And we need lots of good feeling ripples right now. And then our resident goddess, Lynn, doesn't she look like a goddess today? Is our prayer chaplain. If you need prayer in whatever capacity, again, prayer is not just for the sad times. Prayer is about celebration. It is about the good things as well. We want to celebrate everything that we can. So Lynn is available right after the service, right out these doors, if you would like, or you can put a prayer in that box. We also have prayers online on our website, and we pray over them for 30 days. Here, our prayer chaplains make that commitment. So your prayer is held very closely in our hearts, and we are honored to be able to pray for you. So let us move into our offering blessing, which you should see up on the screen. Divine love flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. I am now in perfect balance and flow with the universal tides of giving and receiving. Thank you, God, and so it is. I turn it over to Mary Kay.
Stand up, everybody. This is one where we gotta dance. Yeah. And sing along if you know it. Something great is happening. Love is taking hold and it won't let go of us now. Something here is calling us forward, upward motion, where drops in one ocean roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. In the moment is our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, whoa. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing to feel your passion blazing and shine. I paint with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode with new heights in your mind. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. We're the girls who want the greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, yo, yeah, yeah. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Repeat after me, everybody. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. One more time. One dream, one voice, one heart, one world. Yeah. Let the dream of your highest calling be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. In the moment of our greatness, let's stand together. Let the dream of the highest calling be the hope of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with the world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. In the moment of our greatness, let's stand together now. Yeah.
Wow, thank you so much, band. Mary Kay, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm only reflecting, everybody
Only
here.
reflecting and reflecting. So now it's time for us to remember that we have the volunteer fair in the back. And to remember that we have the food drive going on. There's a list in the lobby. Please take that and bring the food back to the community room Tuesday through Thursday from 11 until 4. We will be here. And now we can sing the traditional peace song together. I lost Meagen